Hello there, welcome back with a new video. And in our last video, as I told, we have to configure three different machines for our SQL FCI, and my domain controller configuration and DSCP is done. So you can watch our previous videos in this series, in this playlist. Let's create three different VMs. So I will just hit, sorry about that. So what you have to do, new virtual machine. So the way how you did for domain controller, the similar way we are going to this as well. Let me quickly create one. So I'll put this as SQL A and I'll hit next, version 1, and I'll just give the configuration. And in this, as I told that currently I'm routing all my internet to KTT YT switch. So I'll just assign this particular switch here and I'll hit next, and let's hit next. And I don't want this much memory to be configured, so I'll put 80 GB. Okay, that's more than enough for me, and hit next and install operating system image file. And as you can see, if you have downloaded VSD, you can directly do that, but as I told that you will get a evaluation version, which I don't want. I want to use the developer. So one developer version you can't get it from Microsoft page, or you already have in my local machine, so I'm just using it. Okay, so I'll just hit next. Sorry, it is SQL. Sorry about that, it is Windows 2022. And once this is done, hit next and finish. Okay, once this is done, I have to configure other three VMs as well. I'll hit next, virtual machine. So I'll name this as SQL B. Okay, and I'll hit next, generation 1. Leave with the memory default. Again, I will connect to the same switch. I'll hit next, server. Okay, sorry, I forgot about this. So it is 80 GB as I told. 80 done. Operating system bootable, and I'll just select that ISO image. I'll hit next and I'll finish. Okay, two things are done. Now as a last step, which we have to do is SQL AB FCI. If I'm not wrong, let me check that site. Okay, SQL A, SQL B, and at last we have our SQL AB FCI. Okay, so let's rename that. I think so, something, yeah, here, SQL AB FCI. Yeah, perfect. Okay, hit next, hit next, hit next. I'll select the admin controller, hit next, and oh, I forgot to change this. Let's put 100 GB. Next, operating system image file, and I'll browse and I'll select the image here and I'll hit next. Okay, so this is how we have to configure three different machines. So I have done, let me show you that. Okay, so SQL A, SQL B, and SQL I mean to say A, B, and C. Okay, these three things are done. Now I have to quickly do the installation process. Let me connect, start, and do the installation. Let me minimize this. Okay, so the installation which I will do for SQL A, same thing you have to do for other VMs as well. I mean to say the SQL B and FCI. Okay, it is going to take time. That is the reason. Let me quickly install this. So I'll just fast forward this particular steps, everything, and we'll show you how this works. Okay. Let me quickly put this side by side for all the machines, and the installation should complete. Like it will take a bit time. As I told that we have to do similar way how we did for domain controller, but after you install, we'll tell you how to do. So I'll skip this particular video, or I'll just fast forward it, for you. Otherwise, this video is going to, be along. We are here back, and let me give a password. We are here and our installation has been done for all our three VMs. Let's configure this, finish by giving the password. Okay, all these three steps has been done and we have configured our all the three VMs. Let's log into the VM and join to the domain controller. As you can see, currently I have logged into all my machines. Let me minimize so that you should not get confused, and let me do one by one in all the machines. Okay, so currently I'm focusing on one particular machine, which is our SQL A. I'll hit yes and let's open. So here are the two things which we are going to do. First we'll rename the machine. So I'll just go to my this PC and I will hit properties, and I'll just rename this to SQL A, so that we don't have any confusion, and then we'll join this particular machine to domains. Okay, so I'm just showing for one particular machine. You have to do for all three machines. Okay, like this is SQL A, and for other machines as well I'll do that. This is my SQL B machine. Let me open my this PC and rename, or you can do it from here as well, the server manager as well. So one by one, just hit this computer name. It will pops up to change your machine name. So it is SQL B, and I will hit OK. And then later I will join this to our domain controller. I mean to say I will make this particular machine a part of Active Directory or domain. I have changed the name. Now I will be joining all the machines to domain controller. But before that, what you have to do is we have to check the connectivity is there or not between the machines. So I'll just ping my domain controller. As you can see, I'm able to ping, and I'll also ping my domain. I mean to say the actual domain. So in our case, it is kttYT.lab, and you can see I'm getting back the response. Now we are good to go. I've done for all the three machines. Now what you have to do is you have to open File Explorer, this PC. There are other ways to do this, but I prefer doing it this way. Go to Advanced System Properties, and here computer name, and we can change. And as you can see, we have domain here. Okay, there is something wrong. Okay, we didn't do the restart. Okay, let me restart all the three machines, and then we are going to join this particular machine to the domain. Okay, I have logged in back, and as I told, I'll be joining this particular machines to my domain. So I'll hit properties, and then I'll go to advanced properties or rename this PC. I don't think so that is going to work. So I'll scroll down advanced system properties, and I'll hit change. Oh, sorry about that. Computer name change, and here you have domain. Now here I'll type the actual domain name so that I can join kttYT.lab, and it will pop me with a credentials. Let me give my administrator credential. So currently, as you can see, welcome to kttYT. So my machine is joined to the domain, and it will ask me for restart. Let me restart all the machines. Okay, so this is my SQL FCI. Let me do the same for other machines as well, which is SQL SQLB. So whatever I'm doing, it will feel like it's a bit confusing, but nothing to worry. So what I'm doing is I'm just renaming all the machines and joining all this particular three machines to the domain controller. That's what I'm doing. So I'm following the same process. So it is going in a loop. You can see that, but you can just see one particular video, or you can just skip these steps. Okay. So I'll just join this machine as well to my domain controller domain. I mean to say, oh, this PC, advanced system properties, and then computer name, then change here SQL, and then kttYT.lab. Then it will prompt me for authentication. Let me give the credentials, and I will join. And as you can see, when this machine is joined to the domain. So okay, this machine is also joined to the domain. Let me restart. Okay, to make the changes. So SQL is done, SQL FCI is done, and it is prompting me with a credential. Let me do for my other machines. Let me start sqlbi and start. As you can see, I have joined all my machine to the domain, and let me log in with the credentials. So you can log in with the administrative credentials as well, or you can just create one. Let me go back to my domain controller. I'll just show you how to create one particular machine. I mean to say user, so that you can log into all these machines. Okay. So you have to just look for users and groups here in your domain controller machine, Active Directory users and computers. Just click on that. This window will pop up. So what you have to, I think so I opened multiple times. Let me close this. And as you can see, we have built-in users and other users as well. So you can just click on users. You can just click users, and here right click, you have new, and here you can find user, and you can create one. So already I have created one, and you can just give a name like this. Let me create and show you. So this is our key. Let me put the same name. And whenever you log into any machine, I'm going to use this particular account. And once I do that, it will ask me to create a password. So I'll set a password never expires, because I don't want to change again and again. So I'll give password and hit next to create one. Okay. So once this is created, the account will look like this. So once the account is created, make sure you make this particular machine as a part of domain user or domain administrator. So as a lab practice, you can do that. And once this is done, let me minimize my domain controller, and let me log in to my all the machines with that particular ID which we just created. Okay. So I've logged in with my administrative credentials, and what I will do is, so as you can see now, it is working perfectly fine. So this is how you have to, create three different machine for your SQL FCI, and join this particular machines to domain. I hope this was very simple steps and easy one. And now in our next video, we are going to see the fourth step is done. And the next video, we are going to create a NIC or NAT switch across SQL VM. So not mandatory in the lab environment. So if you want, you can just hit this particular link and it will show you how to create in hyper machines. So I'll make a video on this as well, so you can just watch that video. And once this is done, you can assign to all your machines so that SQL FCI can make use of this as a prerequisite. Okay, so we'll see you in next upcoming videos of our SQL FCI series.